Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yes, you
Uh,
are audible.
okay. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to our second webinar. First, we are really happy to have all of you joining us today, and we truly appreciate your time and interest in this session. Before we officially start, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Ahid. I'm a KMB Scholarship Awardee at Universitas Sumatera Utara, Indonesia. And today, I will be also your moderator for today's webinar. I'm also an ambassador at Nextor Global. So today, as we can see, the title is How to Utilize Your Gap Year. Many students always think that taking a gap year means falling behind or the IELTS is always like on their face, only like the path toward international scholarships. But today in this session is here to challenge those ideas and and show how a gap year can become a powerful opportunity for growth, skill development, networking, and portfolio building. Okay, let's go for the next slide so we can introduce our Nextor Global. So for those who are new to joining Nextor Global for the first time, actually Nextor Global is an educational initiative that focuses on helping students to connect with international opportunities such as scholarships, internships, academic programs, and global experiences. So our main goal is to guide you students to what real opportunities and help them or help you build a stronger future academically and also professionally. Let's go to the second slide. So here I will explain and I will introduce our third amazing speakers. The first speaker is Muhammad Farouk. The first is Muhammad Farouk, and he's a PhD from Jeonko National University, South Korea. And the second speaker, she's Hadija Han. She's a Turkey Baccalaureate Alumni Scholarship, and also Erasmus Mundus Scholarship in Belgium. And also the third is Deshan Hamid, a PhD scholar, Universidad de Cornell in Spain. So this is our opening and introduction, and we will go first into our first slide. Our speakers, the screen is yours.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, you
Muhammad.
are audible.
So I'm the first speaker. Hello.
Yes, you are the first one.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Muhammad Farouk, and I'm pursuing my PhD from Gyeonguk National University, South Korea. So first of all, uh, thank thanks for Nextor Global for organizing such a wonderful webinar and for inviting us to speak here. So today my topic is to discuss about the gap year. So many students think that taking a gap year means they are falling behind in life or society. Sometimes make students feel pressurized if they are not immediately entering a university or getting a job. So, for my personal experience, I will discuss it later, but I believe that gap year is not actually a wastage of time, but it's actually a preparative phase, and a person can learn a lot here and can move forward. So, first of all, if I talk about my personal things, so I did my master's in Pakistan in 2020, and then like almost a gap of 3 years. After 3 years, almost 3.5 years, I get admission in South Korea for PhD. But in these 3.5 years, like first after finishing my master, I was not like in a position to start my further study or do my PhD. So at that time, I didn't think that I will study abroad. So I didn't think that, preparing myself in that way. And then COVID-19 and those things came, so it disturbs a lot. But after that, when I check and I said no, I have to go and study abroad. So I start preparing myself for that one. So in that situation, as my background is life sciences and I'm a biotechnology student, so I start my preparation like that. And first of all, I did internship according to my background, and I make like improve my research skill so that later I can apply that one. So I did internship, and after internship, I also did teaching somewhere just to connect myself with studies, and so that I can learn any day, every day something new. So I connect myself with teaching background, and then with that, I also did some volunteer, like connecting myself with different organizations and doing those things even unpaid, but I did that so that I can uh, build my CV and to work in a team. So I did those ones. So overall, like in a gap of 3 years and almost 3.5 years, and then coming back to Korea and starting my PhD. In those 3 years, I build my network. I contact my seniors. I email different professors, not only in South Korea but in other countries also. I did emails a lot, and sometimes rejection, sometimes acceptance, but still I didn't make that. So it's teach me a lot, and a day came that I get entry as a KGK scholarship in South Korea. So actually, how student can use their gap year productivity. So the main thing is a person should develop their skill development. So skill development according to your background, you are learning new things. If a person, for myself, I'm from life sciences, so I did internship in that, like in sales sector or agriculture or industrial side. So I did those ones, and it depend on a person background. Any person can do like uh, graphic designing, video, anything according to their background. So skill development is the main thing. The next thing is to make yourself improve your networking. So contacting seniors or studying abroad or in the other university. So if you are connecting with them, you know what there is happening and what you need to do. So you can easily make that one. And the other thing is building confidence and communication. So it, like in public speaking, many students, they are intelligent but they lack confidence, so due to which they are not making it. So if you make public speaking, improving your communication speaking skills, doing social interaction, so it make you a better applicant to apply later. And the next thing is, if you are involved with any organization, like if you are teaching or volunteering something, it also teach you a lot. So it develop you to understand the society and become more mature. One year, the year you skip, and the next year you are making, you will find yourself mentally more stronger to communicate and apply for that position. So, and sometimes if you are thinking, if a student want to study abroad, then a gap year can become a perfect preparation phase for him. Like you can build your CV and write a stronger SOPs, making your communication skills better, because the university and the scholarship community don't only look for your marks. They also consider your activity, your skill consistency, and personal growth. Like in our university, we heard that GPA doesn't matter. Like most of the Pakistani students may they had heard this one. So at that time, it doesn't looks good, but actually it doesn't. Only not only GPA, your GPA is not only counted. Your other skills are equally important. So uh, why gap year are powerful? As this in the slide there, I mentioned that you can make your personal growth and resilience a stronger university and scholarship application. Like the rest is not my freelancing, and this depend on the other major. They can talk about that one. So uh, overall, I can say this one that it's always good to have a gap year and you use those time efficiently to make into the next year and make something productive. So I will conclude my one here that use your gap year to become a better version of your life, either it is academically or personally or professionally. So thank you so much everyone for listening me today, and I hope this session motivates you all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Muhammad, for explaining it or sharing with us your experience and insights. And I'm sure that our attendance today is like they already got benefits from your experiences and also your insights. So for
Mhm.
here, we will also have our second speaker. She's Khadija, and she will explain about how to apply to opportunities and scholarships also without an IELTS, and also strategies to get scholarships abroad and also opportunities, which is international. So we will start now with our speaker, Khadija. Khadija, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So I would like to first let you know that I'm a biomedical engineer. My field is more STEM related. So if your background is more STEM relevant, you can relate to my experiences more. But if you have arts background, that's also fine. You can try to find a common point and connect to yourself that how you can make a connection and get benefits. Okay, so for me, if I think about gap year, I don't consider gap year a point in your life where you are not doing anything, because as a professional or as a student, we are always working on something. You can be working, doing any internship, doing any course, anything relevant to your interest or your degree. So gap year to me is not something where you are just resting. It's okay if you're resting for few months but not for whole year. So what I consider about gap year is that uh, as I understand, especially in Europe, the patterns are not like this, that that you should not have any gap in your studies. It's okay if you have gap of few years, but you need to justify what you were doing in those gap years. Either you were doing any kind of student job or any internship, you were working on your skills, everything is counted here. They value all your experiences. Okay, wastage time, it's not waste of time unless you are truly wasting it. So how to utilize it properly? I believe that you can work on your skills. You can work on your programming skills, especially in the era of AI. I believe that it's good to learn programming skills, prompt engineering. These are the skills you can work on no matter what your background is. Okay, and also the other thing is our other speaker mentioned, try to build some connections. This is also I'm working on at this stage. So try to build connections. People say how to build connections. Try to connect with the people relevant to your field. You can search about companies. You can search about different professors who are working on the work relevant to you. You can connect with them on LinkedIn. Try to see what they are posting. Try to connect with them, it will not only increase your knowledge, but it will also give you the idea of the patterns in the society, in the company, or in the industry as well. Here, the next slide I can see is why gap years are powerful. As I'm discussing, you can work on your personal growth. Also, you can search about universities and scholarship. As per my experience, I applied for my master's scholarship when I was in the last year of my bachelor's. But it's okay if you cannot achieve it. If you cannot achieve it, you can still apply and get some experience. Even if you are rejected, you will have an experience. Everything is experience. Okay, then you can apply again with the stronger profile. People ask what a stronger profile looks like. I think we will discuss this throughout the session as well, but I can give you a brief overview. Try to not have just the good GPA. Also consider this thing that for some scholarships, GPA matters a lot. For others, it doesn't matter a lot. For example, my Erasmus program, they count GPA a lot in this. But for my Turkey Bursari program, I remember some people who had 4/4 GPA, but they did not get selected because they did not have overall good profile. When I say good profile, it refers to the co-curricular, extracurricular activities. So some scholarships do give a lot of weightage to other activities, but some scholarships don't give a lot of weightage. So it's your task to do proper research to see that what scholarship organization is valuing. Okay, so I think these are some brief points I would like to start with. And okay, there are some scholarships and opportunities without IELTS. My first scholarship was Turkey Bursari scholarship. If you don't have IELTS, please be prepared that you need to study in Turkish medium. Okay, if you want to study in English medium, you should have TOEFL. Then I can talk about Erasmus. In all the Erasmus programs, especially our audience from Pakistan, Indonesia, and other countries, where medium of instruction is English, you can take English certificate, proficiency certificate from your student services department, and you can show this as a proof. That's more than enough. I remember for my Erasmus program, 20% in the acceptance criteria, 20% was the weightage for language. And I just submitted my letter from university, which states that I completed all my education in English, and it did not have any impact. So I do believe that if you don't have enough time to prepare for IELTS, or you don't have enough savings to book your test, you can try first without IELTS as well. Next slide, please. Okay, building skills during the gap year. Yes, digital and technical skills are very important. As I mentioned, that try to work on your, improve your technical skills, like learn some programming skills, and also prompt engineering, no matter whatever your background is, because we know that AI is entering in every field. Also, yes, communication skills are very important. I want to talk about it. During interviews, whatever, they basically from your CV, they know that, okay, you are the person who can do this degree. But in interviews, they see that how are you in communicating, and if you are confident enough or not. There are a group of interviewers who try to judge you. So please focus on your communication skills. I remember throughout my bachelor's degree, I was very, very active. I used to arrange sessions like this, the way you arranged, and it helped in building my public speaking skills a lot. And when we talk about communication, it does not involve only speaking. It also involves writing. So you at base level, try to write, document your work, try to write some paper. And I remember taking part in some national conferences. It was not international. Even you just present abstract, it is not even published. So it's just like it gives you confidence to go to other universities and present your work. So yes, please be active in this thing as well. Teaching, you can have it if you are passionate about it, you can have it. And project management, I think we do projects every semester and we learn it a lot. One thing I want to focus is during your application, learn how to market yourself, because there are people who are talented but they don't know how to market themselves. So in the end, those who know how to market win. So try to learn the skills that how to show the work you did holds a worth. Yes, and research and analysis is also very important. Whenever you apply for a position, do your complete research to see what kind of candidate they require and how you are up to that criteria. Next slide, please. do I need to discuss it here, or we will be talking about it later?
It's up to you, Khadija. If you want to discuss it now, we can, and if you want later on questions and answer session, we can also.
I think let's keep it for later, otherwise it can get boring. I don't know. You can decide.
Okay, no problem at all.
Okay. Okay. So, do you want me to talk about freelancing and online certifications? Okay, I am not aware of freelancing because I did not do it. What I was doing, I was giving tuitions, online tuitions. So, this is how I built some teaching skills and also some communication skills. Yes, I did some courses on Coursera. There is one option you can explore. You can apply for scholarship. There are scholarships on Coursera for some courses, and if you're a student, they can give you full waiver. So in that way, you can get some meaningful certificates. Since my field is biomedical engineering, I get some certifications like healthcare management, AI in healthcare, and stuff like this. Try to do the relevant courses. You can focus on some soft skill courses as well, but again, it depends on the scholarship you are targeting. In my Turkey Bursari scholarship, they value even soft skill courses as well. But in Erasmus, they only value the courses which are relevant to the program you are applying for. So always consider this thing. And also, yes, I know I did not pursue any such course on LinkedIn, but I know there are some courses on LinkedIn as well where you need to complete the course and they give you certificates. Also, certificates are very important. In case of some scholarships, they tell you to submit the certificates. In others, you just need to mention in your CV. Next slide, please.
Okay, thank you, Khadija Khan, for sharing your experience also and insights and also the advices that practically advises. I think now it's the turn for our third speaker, Zishan. Khadija Khan, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Um, okay, thank you. And for our third speaker session, he will, Zishan Khan, or Zishan, he will be with us today. Now we will continue, and he will discuss also about building technical and practical skills, international research opportunities, and also internships and networking. Zishan Khan, Zishan, the mic is yours.
Hi, hello, good morning from here. In Spain, it's somehow like 11:30, so I just woke up around like 10. So my name is Zishan Hamid Malik. You can call me Zishan, and I'm currently doing my PhD in Naval and Industrial Engineering from University of La Coruña in Spain. So about the gap year, so I would say like I would not say it's the gap year. I would say it's a productive year. So it depends how you are going to use it. So the thing is like sometimes this year or this productive year is more like you can learn a lot during this time, like even more than what you are learning in your semester time. But it depends like how you are going to manage this time. And in general, like you would say, like the gap year, like when you like, for example, if you are a student after your semester or after in between your semester, you have some time, some spare time for next activities. So for that, you have to prepare either for your next semester or you can gain some skills. So I would prefer like I would suggest to gain some skills. Like the skills depends on different categories. Like either it's the technical skill or it's the social skill, whatever. So, and generally about if you would say like what kind of like the myths are that like usually people say like it's waste of time. Like at the beginning I said like it's not a waste of time. I would say like it's a productive yeah. And sometimes they are like we are going to say like if we are going to waste over time, then it will like affect over next opportunities. I would say like I would start with my case. Like for example, when I was in my like after my completing my bachelor's, I was working in one of the industries. I worked for 4 years in manufacturing sector in Pakistan. But what happened like in 2019, the where I was working, the company got like the management was going to change and they shut down the plant. So it was the situation for me where I was very worried about that because I was having no future plans. So and then at the same time, like in the next year, it was the COVID period. So during this time, like 2019 to 2020, it was very different period for me. So then I started applying for looking for different opportunities. And next slide, please. And then I applied for different opportunities for the scholarships. Like here, there are a lot of different scholarships like the Turkey, CSA, stipends, Russian government, KNB. But I secured like the scholarship from KNB, and there was one of the scholarship in Asian Institute of Technology Thailand. I think everyone can get that Thailand scholarship because they are going to offer you 40%, 50% offer. But I got a fully funded scholarship from for during that time like that's a KNB scholarship for my master's studies. And then I moved to Indonesia for that master's to continue my master's. Although I have after my bachelor's, like I have a 4 years of experience in industries, but then I started to applying for scholarships because I got the opportunity in that time. So I applied for that scholarship and I got. Can you hear me now? Because
Oh,
someone is like
Zishan,
putting my.
we can hear you, but the mic is a little bit noisy. So could you please check? Because it's solo, yeah.
No, no, can you hear me now or no?
We can, but the sound is low.
Sound is low.
Yeah,
Okay, so can you hear me right now or even it's low now?
it's still the same.
It's still the same.
Yeah.
Okay, I cannot say what's the problem, but I believe it's the sound should be okay. I'm sorry for that. So uh, let me check again. Like how about now? Like, is it still the same or is it better somehow?
Actually, a little bit better. I can hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So for the scholarship and opportunities, like there are a lot of different scholarships where okay, okay, yeah, now I'm getting message like it's okay now. So okay, thank you so much. So yeah, for the scholarships, like there are a lot of different scholarships you can apply. Even if there are scholarships like where you are sure like you will not get the opportunity, then I would recommend you must apply because you will get some suggestions from your seniors. You would get some suggestions from your like peers because if you are applying there, you will get to know like why I am getting rejection from that opportunity. So there are many scholarships you should have to apply everywhere. You don't need to specify. Otherwise, if you are specifying some scholarship, you are just like making sure like you are not going out of the box. So apply everywhere, even the in the USA, in Europe, wherever. So these are some of the scholarship I would recommend. Like these are without IELTS, but I would suggest you if you are applying to somewhere other, so IELTS you should apply there. And yeah, sure, next slide, please. Okay. And for during the your gap year, how you need to build your skills. So it depends on like what kind of skill you want to get. For example, if you are going to apply for some of the technical roles, then you have to go for the, for example, AutoCAD. Like it's very common for some engineering background. You can apply for that skill. You can apply for programming. You can apply for MATLAB. You can apply for some other activities. Like there are a lot of different online courses you can apply, and even it's free. You can look for YouTube lectures, whatever you skill you want to get. Like for example, if you want to apply for some like you want to improve your CV, so during that gap year, you can look for some of the online in YouTube tutorials like how to improve your CV. Then you can send these kind of material or your CV to some of your senior who is already doing his PhD or in some other industry. You can ask him or her about his suggestion. Then he will guide you like, okay, you need to improve this, you need to modify your the way how you are communicating the information. And the second thing is research, like how you can improve your research. You can get like work with some of your even in your lab. So you can yeah you can work with work in your lab even if it's free, even it's not paid. You should have to make sure like you are getting some research experience. Then if you are working there, you will get your connections developed. There will be many people like postdoc students, like doctorate students, the teachers. When you are working there in research center or in the research lab, you will get a good communication, you will get a good networking with them, and it will help you a lot in your case. And this is the thing like that I got my PhD from. I was in Singapore, so I got this skills, this technique to get my PhD in Spain. Next slide, please. Okay. So yeah, for number one, the document everything. So you have to document each everything. Like even if you are doing a minor course, like for example, you are doing like how to improve your PowerPoint skills. Just make sure like you have a documentation of this thing. Like you need to make sure like you have a certification of that. Even if you are having exchange program, okay, you can make sure like you are getting that certification. Even if you are doing some community service, just make sure like you are getting certification for that. And these are some of the certification. And otherwise, for your academic or your experience or research certification, you also need to make sure like you are having that certification, and you should make sure like you are like getting authorization, or you are getting the apostle of those documentations from your relevant countries or authorities. And second thing, the LinkedIn is very important thing. So you have to make sure like LinkedIn profile is up to date, because it helps you a lot when you are applying for different PhD and even your research positions. And make sure to make research profiles on different categories, like different platforms, like ResearchGate. ResearchGate is a platform where you can like usually I don't know, maybe some of you know about that, but ResearchGate is very helpful, because you will get a lot of opportunities there. They are going to publish a lot of opportunities, collect references. Then wherever you are working, make sure you have a good relation with them, and try to get their reference for the future your anything your opportunities. Next slide, please. Okay, freelancing and online certification. Yeah, online certification. As I said, you like whatever you are doing, even you are getting the PowerPoint certification in online course, just do it and get some certificate. Try to get some certification about how to learn MATLAB, how to learn AutoCAD, how to learn RStudio, how to learn programming language, how to learn C++, how to learn project management. Like these are some of the software even on different websites. You can get that, like on Coursera, on Harvard course, on Google course, and even some universities are offering these courses on their website for the free. So just look for that certification, and and it's free. So you can just learn about that, and you can get the certification. Next slide. Okay. So about the like leadership and personal goal, like how you are going to define. So I would say like it depends. Like for example, like if you are going to work in, as I said, like even if you are getting some free, like unpaid research opportunity in any lab, just go for that. When you will be going to work there, so automatically your researcher, your principal investigator or your senior, he will be like, if you are doing a good job, so he will be very impressed. He will try to help you out in any opportunities, like whatever like he is having in his lab, or he is having some opportunities in his like a friend's lab. He will try to accommodate you into his or his someone else like lab. So that's why make sure like you are having a good relation with wherever you are working, no matter like if you are working in lab, university, or even in a volunteer experience. Just make sure like you are having good relations with that, and try to learn some good things, and just make sure like you are getting a positive. You are going out of it, like you are like, for example, if you have a volunteer experience, maybe it will be good for you, but maybe there are some bad experiences into that experience. But don't make those bad experiences affect your own what you can say like your skills, or that should not affect your skills. So make sure if there is a bad experience, you should make sure like you should come out of that in a positive way. Next slide.
Okay, Zishan, I think
Okay.
this is the last slide, and
Okay,
thank
thank you.
you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing these experiences also. And I would like to thank to all our respected speakers for the insightful sessions. So now we will move to the interactive activity, and also at the same time the question and answer session. So for interactive activity, we want in just 60 seconds to dear attendants, to answer these three questions in the chat box. And it is like, what is the one skill you want to gain in your gap year? And also, which country or program are you most curious about? And the last one is, what does success look like at the end of your gap year? Feel free to share your answer in the chat box. And at the same time, you can write your questions in the chat box too. We will give you almost for writing the questions at least 10 minutes. Then after that, we will answer your questions. Thank you. Okay, thank you for sharing your questions below in the chat box. And we have here severe questions actually to our three speakers. Zishan, Khadija, and Muhammad, are you still with us so we can start answering the questions?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I will read for you the first question, and it is from Muntasir. And his question is there a bachelor scholarship in Spain? Do they prefer people who have fluency in Spanish language for the scholarship? Okay, I think this is for Zishan to answer this question.
Like scholarships in during your bachelor's in Spain.
Yeah.
I there should be, but I'm not sure about bachelor's thing. But the thing is, like, there are a lot of scholarships, but it needs to make sure like you have a Spanish skills because mostly in Spain, especially during bachelor's, the schooling is in Spanish. So there are you need to make sure like you are well enough in Spanish. And about the scholarship, like I'm not sure though, like what kind of scholarships are there, but there should be some scholarship. But I'm more focused on PhD because I am doing my PhD from Spain, so I don't know much about like bachelor scholarship. So it's not good thing to tell something that's not true.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zishan, for sharing your answer. We have another question from Samavia. How should someone explain a gap year confidently during job interviews or university admissions? Who can answer this question from our three speakers?
Okay, I will answer this question.
Mhm.
Actually, it can be easily explained if you did something good in that period of time. So if you mention in the interview that I did this at this period of time, so it can be easily handled and will have a huge positive impact on the interview.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer, Mohammed. And for the third
Um,
question.
may I also add the point
Oh,
here?
yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah.
Yes, there are some of our classmates in Erasmus. There are students who have big gap years. When I say gap, it means gap from education. So they did their bachelor's, then they went into industry, and then they were applying for scholarships to pursue masters. And it is considered an experience. If you have gap from education and you were working in the industry, it is highly valued. It is like an industrial experience. So if you are doing any job or something like that, it is a positive thing for your CV.
Yes, I need to add also one thing, like same thing is case with me. Like I did my after completing my bachelor's, I completed my bachelor's in 2015. And then I started my master's in 2022, like after 7 years. So it helped me a lot during my PhD application because for the experience, like there are some point system. Like when you have experience, you will get a points for your experience. So it's beneficial.
Okay, thank you so much to our three speakers for this answer. We have another question also from Ahmed Farouk, and he's asking about how I apply for scholarship with gap year of 7 and with GPA 3.2. Any best recommendations from our three speakers?
So maybe I can answer like as I explained, like I also have a gap year of 7 year during my after my bachelor's. So and I think the good thing is that like whoever is applying, so he need to make sure like what is the age limit in that scholarship. So I think this is the important thing. Otherwise, like if there is no age limitation for that and you have experience, but you can justify your experience with your gap with something like either you have to make sure like you have experience or any other publication or volunteer experience. So I think you can apply that because I was having the same situation. So it was very helpful for me. Although there was a gap for 7 years, but it helped me a lot in application. And the thing is, like, you can easily apply. There is no restriction for that. But just make sure, like, wherever you are applying, so the age limitation factor should be kept in mind, because sometimes if you are having more experience, so it could be helpful, but maybe you are touching the prerequisite of the age requirement. So I think you need to make sure, like, it's not coincide with your, like, with your age or whatever. Like, you need to make sure. Thank you.
About GPA, I would like to add that you need to carefully select the programs. Right now, I am currently on the program where the selection criteria holds 60% weightage for your GPA. So please do your proper research and choose the programs and scholarship where they are not giving a lot of weightage to the GPA. Because we have even people who have GPA above 3.5. So if your GPA is low, try to improve your profile by having extracurricular, some co-curricular, research experience and other experiences, and try to target the programs where they value the experiences more than GPA, and try not to shortlist the programs where they are giving 80% weightage to the GPA. When you search about scholarships, normally they mention the selection criteria.
Okay. Muhammad, would you like to share any answer?
Okay. As Ishan Bhai already mentioned, the 7 year gap, so I think it is covered there. And about GPA, it depends from scholarship to scholarship. But here in South Korea, I think the minimum GPA they required is 3.2. So I think here the GPA is not an issue if she or he has other skills, and she can at the interview she can mention those things. So I think it's not an issue. If 3.2 is okay, she can apply.
Okay, thank you so much for our three speakers again for sharing the answers to our attendance. And I think it's already enough for the answer for the question and answer session. We will go now for the key takeaways before we finish our webinar today. The first one is like a gap year is a strategic choice and not a setback, and plan it with a purpose. And for the second one, scholarships without IELTS exist worldwide. There is so many scholarships that you can apply without IELTS, as our speaker said. And for the third one, free certifications, freelancing, and volunteering build your CV powerfully. And for the fourth one, document every experience and build your portfolio and LinkedIn impressions, as our speaker Zeshan said. And for the last one, join communities like our community Nextor to access mentors, peers, and opportunities also. So we are happy for our conclusion. Thank you so much for being with us in this webinar today. I hope you got so many benefits from the story of our three speakers. And we hope that you gain like achievements and also things to do for the next year that you want to apply for, whether it's a scholarship, internship, or anything else. Thank you so much for being in our webinar today. Have a great day. Thank you. And thank you also for our speakers as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So let's take a picture together. So I will